Have a day, everyone. There is a Chinese proverb that goes, "Talk doesn't cook rice." This may sound very simplistic, but there is actually a deep and serious meaning attached to it. It means that empty words accomplish nothing. We need to walk the talk in order to get somewhere. Jesus' question about the two sons who were asked to do something, one said yes but did not act on it, and the other said no but later changed his mind and did what his father asked him to do, was meant to provoke the chief and the elders of the people. Jesus was trying to distinguish their attitude to those of the tax collectors, the prostitutes, and sinners. The Pharisees and the scribes were the ones who said yes to God from the very beginning. They became the mouthpiece of God, standing at the synagogue, reading and preaching the scriptures to the people. They were seen as the paragon of faith, at least on the surface. However, these same people were also the first people to persecute the prophets and ultimately the Messiah. Christ's entry into human existence paved the way to those who initially said no to God. The sinners who initially failed to do the will of God ultimately responded to Jesus' call and surrendered themselves to God's will. Not only that they became the mouthpiece of God, but they also became Jesus' heart, hands, feet, ears, and eyes to the world, especially those that are neglected in their community. One initially failed, but ultimately succeeded, while the other initially favored, but ultimately failed. What we are seeing here is that in the journey of salvation, God ultimately favors those who do His will. We are called to profess our faith, not only with our lips, but with our lives. These people honor me with their lips, but their hearts are far from me, Jesus said. Nowadays, we hear people who are eloquent speakers. They are those who seem to have greater knowledge of God and His teachings. There are those who, when they open their mouths, are like the promised Messiah, equipped with truth and power. We hear some of them speaking loudly and proudly right before the election. It could even be one of us standing inside the church on Sundays saying Amen, professing our faith aloud but failing to live it. No wonder why people lose their trust in their leaders, both in church and in the government. No wonder why more and more people lose their way, because there is no one really that they can look up to as living examples. No wonder why there are many broken relationships and families, because couples don't mean and take seriously their vows. Brothers and sisters, this short parable serves as a reminder to all of us to walk the talk. If we really want to see a cooked rice, we should not just talk about it. We should get the rice and cook it. The good news is that we still have time to change our response from no to yes, and to make that yes actually happen. Let us become true salt of the earth and light of the world. Let us make a difference in the lives of people by making our lives living examples of Christ's charity. As Christ in the beginning was the Word, He did not deem equality with God. Rather, He emptied Himself and took the form of a slave. And to what? To serve, to act, to save. We used to be in the mind of God too, but we were also given the grace to become flesh so that we too can serve. act, do, and respond to the will of God. Si Jesus ang pambenendisi.